Okay, I think we're live. That's fine. Fuwa sound, good. Okay.
急がないと。今日はフィールドワーク？そういうの好きよ。
Okay. For playing experience, we will switch to this team because Lucilla is the newest unit.
はい、チーズ。フラッシュライト。
Very cool. Very nice.
乱れた記憶よ。形となって刻み込むわ。このすべてを。動いちゃダメよ。
Very cool.
もっとたくさんの思い出を作りましょう。
Still need to do this really quickly.
少し急ぎましょう。
Do wanna max my Lucilla with the last few things. I need 6.
やんちゃな子ね。悪い子
I'm
ね。
pretty sure I need more, right?
痛みが。生死は決まっています。全部切ってみせます。読み込み弦はまだ切れていません。記憶よ、蘇りなさい。退屈な相手ね。消えなさい。守り抜くならまだ間に合うのに。この瞬間は。
Okay, Lucilla is a pretty straightforward gameplay. Just press the buttons that light up.
死の弦が鳴いていますね。断ち切ります。虚無さえ断ち切ります。
Boom. She died. Check something. Give me 1 second. No segundo. This. I pull up my YouTube stream chat. See that one too. And it fucking vanished, Lamar. This window and just hell yeah. Okay. It's unbelievably hot in my room. I'm just sitting here and sweating. Holy damn. Okay, we need some more. It's only level 6. We can upgrade these. We are in Schiffer mode. Yep. Are these worth to upgrade? Technically, we should do this first, though. Let me check Pride. Okay. Do we want to upgrade? Press lip, press skill, for secrets, which was good. Here we go, rest lip, rest skill, and then for secrets. Sure, we do that. Okay, can you please come down here? Thanks. Okay, great. Wondered Craig credits? Hell yeah. Love those. I think we reach our level 50 today. We should. Then we're basically done with the battle pass. So we only get a few of these more. Okay.
あまたの願いこのもっとたくさん
Then we upgrade your resonance skill to level 9. Not much anymore. We need just the materials tomorrow, and then the unit is done. 4, 5, 9. Yeah, exactly 9 that we're done. This is leveled. This can be upgraded. This can be upgraded. This is basically perfect. this can be upgraded very easily. I would like some more basic attack or attack percent rolls. This one's fine though. We are currently at 21 basic. However, someone got 40 red slip damage. Because I think I wrote it on like any piece. Red slip. Red slip. Actually here. Red slip. Red skill. Yup. We can check this. Check these two. No, it's fine. I think I should switch them just directly. Do it like this and do it like this. But the ratio is a little bit better. The ratio went a little bit down, but it's fine, it's just sub PS. It's currently also missing 5% here, a bit more, 5.6% here, which would bring her up to 74.8, which is pretty good, I guess. Where she doesn't benefit from the sets as much, I believe. We don't do resonance liberation damage. Still probably be script paper 45% for 6 seconds. Yep. But how will we grant from this? It shows with the incoming resonance of 6 seconds. Something is moved on one of triggered. Okay. Okay, the next unit will be Yang that we will get. Sword character in a new area, so I'm pretty sure we will get new resonance materials, probably, even though it's not a completely new version. However, this would make the most sense to me, at least. Or she will use the Chinzo materials, one of the two. Which we then would need to pre-farm. However, before we do anything, we will check messages, because we will play the new Lucilla Story. Sure. 8 AM next day. We have a 1:34. We do 8 AM. Oops. Let's click. Go. Oh, here, now we need to go up here. I can do this the teleporter. Hell yeah.
学園長の機嫌が最悪そう。
ルシラーは忙しそうだな。外で待っていよう。
ええ、構いませんわ。プロジェクトの資金承認フローに関しては、そ
I
ち
do
ら
need
の
to
ネオ
clean
ユ
my
ニオン方
glasses.
式
They're
に合わせて
very
調整しましょう。
dirty. Maybe we can show it on camera. Actually, don't see it. The camera is too weak. Where did I put my funky cleaning thing? I guess we just use a sock. A funky sock that I found somewhere. It's not a used one though. Oh. I'm wondering where I put my glasses cleaning thing. I constantly put it somewhere and don't find it for a few weeks. Now I see it full HD again. Hell yeah.
テーマの選定については研究学生や教師たちを信じていますので。
That's a cute photo. There's something shit. It looks like a graduation, but you could say that kind of looks dark. Interesting, she also has shorter hair. This is probably the old principal. Oh, what do we got here? Verena mentioned. So they did work together. Dude. Hello, Apocrity. How are you? I'm fine, I'm fine. Just check out the new Lucilla Story. Okay, how long is she gonna call? I'm just gonna sit here, stare her uncomfortably in the eyes.
その2件に関しては来週の電話会議で詳細を詰めましょう。前例のない協力体制ですから同僚とも調整が必要になります。
Of course, of course. And guess which character I play in Overwatch? Just guess.
御社を困らせようだなんてみじ。それではまた来週。良い一日を。
That shit is actually correct. The last few days I've been playing Shion, but I'm mainly playing Anna Cat, sometimes Widowmaker. And the cat profile picture doesn't actually come in random. It comes from my Discord profile. Am I? I haven't played ranked in a trillion years, so I decayed a shit ton and haven't did my placements as well. However, my last rank was plat 1 or 2, so it's probably mid-plat, something like that.
平気よ。
I opened Osu by mistake, Lamau. Let me quit it. Goodbye.
厄介なパートナーと些細な意見の食い違いがあっただけ。ただコーヒー漂白者君も
So,
飲むかし
are you
ら。
playing with regrets as well? I mean, you basically must be if you came into the stream in the Muwa category, if I didn't forget to change it. Did I or did I not? I did not. Hell yeah. Are you playing Muwa as well? That's my question. And then I followed up by, of course you should, because you came in the stream with the Muwa category. That's kind of illogical if you came here without playing the game.
学園長、一体何をしてるんだ？
I should upgrade my soundproofing in this room. It's horrible. And it doesn't help that my AC in the background is probably a bit loud as fuck. Oh, you basically just started? Did you start with the collab? With the Edge Runners collab?
そうね。私は何をしているのかしら。
How was it?
勇者が魔王を倒したらみんな幸せに暮らしましたで終わるはずでしょ。
Yeah, they fucking cooked with this collab. From which game came you over? So it should be something related, like Genshin, CCC or some shit. Maybe HSR? Or maybe you were an Edge Runners fan and tried to... and decided to try it out. That's also a possibility. Good decision. I also used to play Genshin. And my used to be was like 3 years ago. I stopped in the... after the main story of Fontaine was done.
これは先駆条約にいた頃に同僚が教えてくれた特製コーヒーよ。一口どう？
もしかして中に入ってるのは
You totally forgot where I was at. In what regard do you mean? Did you want to write something and just forgot? I mean, shit happens. Just remember
これはネオ
Farfetch.
ユニオンのゴールドランナーたちの間で流行ってるのよ。生き返ったわ。
Genshin Story. Oh. Depends on the area. I could pinpoint it for you if you like say the approximate update version. If you still remember that.
退屈な日々だったわ。でも印象的な時間も少なくなかった。
Actually, the amount of Genshin I played is unhealthy. I can show you something. We have a game called Genshin Guesser, which just puts you on location on the Genshin map. Nah, like I moved on from Genshin and forgot basically everything about it. Ah, well, shit happens. I remember like the story until I played because it was actually decent, but oh well. Genshin Guesser is hilarious. Okay, where are we? We are in Sumeru. I'm pretty sure. However, I'm not sure where. I see a big mountain and I see a beacon in this direction. I see ruins. Let me think. We could be here. I don't think we're here. Oh, I see a pyramid actually. This is the big one. It's this one. Right. It's somewhere here probably. I'm actually wrong, Lamar. Maybe I get a better guess. This is the giant mech. This should be also Sumeru. This should be this mech. However, we are in a spiral though. I see a big spiral. Although it's actually this mech. I'm trolling. Where does the arm point to? See this thing from here, so we are not here, we are here. Somewhere here. We are actually further back, holy shit. Yeah.
今は毎日学生たちと一緒にいる
Shit
けど
happens.
学生時代の自分とは変わる
It does exist for Fortnite.
あれは
I wish there were a Rua one, but I'm pretty sure there
ある教え
isn't.
子が撮って送ってくれたの残念ながら
Which is-
私は写真でしか見たことがないけれど
Wordle. What? Oh, let's do Cardafia. Okay, we got sword. How up to date is this shit? Pretty recent with a sword. Okay, it's not that Camellia. Still only sword. Any more sword? It's not dungeon. And it's neither these two.
写真で見る限り人の背丈の2倍はあるの本当にあんなに大きい精霊がいるのかしら
With a sword. I actually need to think about this one. What other sword characters do we have? Let me just scroll here. It could be Brand. Fire sword character. It's not dungeon, it's not her. She has a great sword. So this guy. It's none of these, it's not her. Oh. Oh. Wait, who is it? Fire sword. And it's not Brand. Oh, Chun-Li! Right. I forgot. I haven't played that unit in 20 years. Not terrible, not terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do not have a Rua Guesser game.
それで
However, we have a
俺は何をすればいいんだ
Wordle. That's fine. I can live with that.
漂白者くん、原則として学生にこんなことを聞くべきではないんだけど、友達同士の噂話だと思って聞いてちょうだい。つまりその政治的な裏技としてこういう可能性はあるかしら。
And anyways, I got a GTS. You probably mean go by that. I can watch next time log. Yeah, no problem. You do you. Thanks for the follow. The sound didn't play for me. Have I muted it on my stream? Yeah, you too. Oh yeah, I've muted it. Lamar.
私とあなたの非公式な会話で出た情報が個人的なルートを通じてどの国にも属さない大手国際機関の調査報告書に影響を与えるとか。単刀直入に聞くわ。漂白者くん、あなたブラックショアに顔は聞く？漂白者くん、手短に説明するわ。エクソストライダーとアレフ1がラハイロイを去ってから学園は少々窮地に立たされているの。この通り出資者たちはエクソストライダーという存在価値を失った学園を再評価しようとしているわ。来週にでも審査会を開いて新しい管理方針をねじ込むつもりでしょうね。
Okay, that's slightly illogical because it should be good that both are gone. Because the invention they create is not really only based on the Exostrider, though. They could shift in a new direction. Renewable energy, flight, space travel. They have the capabilities to do so. They just need to go into a new direction.
その前に先手を打って第三者機関による独立調査を取り付けたわ。彼らの報告書があれば審査会の流れを大きく変えられるはずよ。
なるほど。学園の審査にブラックショアを呼んだのか。
リューク先生がリンクドスパインまで審査官を迎えに行ってるわ。漂白者くん、公正な調査に干渉するような無粋な真似はしないわ。でも一緒に審査官を出迎えてほしいの。できれば
プラスのことでも話してほしい。
いいえ、ありのままの学園を知ってもらえればそれでいいわ。私は自分の学生たちを信じているから。リューク先生と審査官が到着する。
I've been a lot on Twitter
行きましょう
recently.
か。
I did not know that fucking Soldier Boy played Wuwa. I did not fucking know. Wuwa is actually now a true mainstream game that even people outside of the gacha bubble recognize the game for what it is and start playing it. I think this is the first time that happened after Genshin. This is actually pretty incredible, if you think about it.
Yes.
Okay, we now meet the Auditor from the Black Shores. Okay, my guess, who will be? It's not gonna be Camellia. It's not gonna be Gobrena. It's not gonna be Shorekeeper, I'm pretty sure. Who leaves this us with? I don't think it's gonna be an NPC. It's not gonna be Encore, and only Encore if it's in combination with Alto. So I personally think it's gonna be Alto. I think he makes the most sense. Camelda is on secret missions. Shorekeeper is busy with the Black Shores. Gabrena is busy eating TDs. Encore is a kid and cannot produce audits. So Alto is the only one who's left. If I didn't forget, I don't think I forgot anyone.
ですが結果的に動作に問題はなく
さあ参るとしよう
Bro, who put that shit here? That's like 2 inches.
レンズはドライブ
Okay,
の
who
光をエネ
will
ル
it
ギーに
be?
変換し
Who will it
することができるよ
be?
誰もいないな。まだ到着してないのか。
So they're
リューク
upstairs.
先生から連絡があったわ審査官がどうしてもバイクに
It's actually so cool that these are working.
だとしたら駅の上の階に着くはず行きましょう
It's actually pretty well designed that they're working. Most games would have just been static images that just go up and down.
あらこれは
We have Lene and Sigrica. Hell yeah.
先生、偉い人が視察に来るって聞きましたよ。安心してください。私たち歓迎の準備はバッチリですから。そうそう。私たちで簡単な歓迎会の準備もしときましたよ。
もうあなたたちはいい先に言っておくけど私
It's Alto!
いやーこのバイク走り心地が最高だねっておっとなんだこの人お忍びの視察って話じゃなかったか
Lamar.
こんにちはスタートーチ学園の学園長を務めているルシラーです審査官
They all lining up.
ああ俺はアールトだ随分と盛大なお出迎えだな
He's uncomfortable. I would be too, though.
審査官様、こんにちは。プレパラトリ
どうもどうもアールトでいいよ様なんて呼ばれる柄じゃないし
私ロイジンなんです。学園は私たちにすごくよくしてくれてますし、そうだ、ラベル学部にもロイジンの先輩が
ああうんアールト様農学部のドリアンですフルニュートリションワクワクゼリーと農学部特製の地熱カップ麺ああありがとうとりあえず様はやめてくれアール
ト様、エクソストライダー工学部の
Lamar.
審査官様
They're fucking glazing him.
歓迎のダンスを披露します
But that's some insane glazing. In fucking insane. God damn. Oh hell nah. I've seen that shit on Twitter. I thought this was AI. Oh no. I can't believe that shit.
じゃあ私は審査官様のバイクを最高
Lamar.
アールト審査官ご紹介します こちらはラベル学部の漂白者くんです。本日は彼と。
おや、漂白者？長すぎず短すぎずいい名前だね。
Now they're acting like they don't know each other. Bro, I'm literally his boss. Literally.
で、どうする？俺たちは知り合いって設定でいく。知り合いでもいいが、慣れ慣れしくしないようにな。了解だ。
Lamau.
それでは早速ラベル学部に参りましょう。途中で学園の施設についてもご説明いたします。
Okay, that introduction was so good. They fucking cooked. They perfectly encapsulated Sigvika's, Lene's, and Alto's personality in that shit.
わかった。
That shit was diabolical, I swear. That's a good fucking thing after the fucking depression bomb they gave us with the collab story.
漂白者くん知らないの？ラベル学部が取締役会に取り潰され。違う。学部全体じゃなくて適格者たちだよ。最近ロイ人文化史の代理の先生がこっそり教えてくれたの。コレクティブが適格者を全員
Just a
退学させる
synchronist, so
準
the
備をしてるって。
resonators.
一番有力なのはラベル学部だけで予算の3分の2も食ってるから、コレクティブの出資者たちが激怒してるって説。まあ出資者って言っても主にネオユニオンのことだけどね。正直やりかねないと思ってたし。
Fuck New Federation. All my homies hated the New Federation.
チサはどうだ？どこで聞いた？
私ですか？実はあまり状況が飲み込めていなくて。
Actually, Chisa again. That's
手
nice.
伝いに来ただけなんです。
They really took the criticism too hard and bring Chisa in whenever it's fitting.
私も不思議です。ルシラー先生が。私は逆に。実はアールトって審査官、ネオユニオンの裏社会じゃ結構有名なんだ。情報屋としてね。
I catch your drift because I'm his boss.
今回は協力の話じゃないの？なんでブラックショアがよりによってあの人をよこしたんだろう？
Because he's the fed. He is anything but a liar. He's fair.
やっぱりラベル学部に行って、あとは俺と学園長に任せて、みんなは先に戻ってくれ。
とにかく何かあったらいつでも呼んで。適格者たちが退学させられるところを黙ってみ。先輩、どうかお願い。私からもお願いします。
What was this? Bro, that motion looked fucking goofy. He did this with his whole body. And over now. I wanna go now. Okay, now we go to the Rebel College.
さあ、
外員性共鳴の訓練だけではなく、適格者たちへの一般教養も重要視しています。こちらはモーニエ教授です。シンビオシス兵器装備学という授業を。
How will Mornia fuck this up?
アルト審査官、学生のプロジェクトを見る前に少し授業を聞いていかれませんか？
そうしようかな。
皆さん、前回の授業ではルール方程式が第2類シンビオーシス兵器のスペクトルで普遍的に成り立っていることを証明しました。本日はそのチューニング安定定数を導き出したいと思います。
What the fuck did she say?
リ
You're
ーシエ
speaking
ンさん、
French.
前回の授業で導き出したルール方程式を黒板に書いてください。わかりました。その間に少し復習をしましょう。ワレオくん、実験室の環境下でシンビオーシス兵器のチューニング安定性を測定する基本媒質は何ですか？そうですね。ニッケルはいい選択肢かもしれません。ですが、実験室の環境下ではニッケルは安定性を保つのが難しいため、ではソニアさん、実験室の環境下でシンビオーシス兵器のチューニング安定性を測定する基本媒質は何ですか？
ニュートリションワクワクゼリ
ふむ、ワクワクゼリーですか。どうやら前回の授業で進みが早すぎたせいか、大丈夫です。しっかりしてください。リーシエンさんの板書を。
As he fucking fell asleep. I
アルト
can't.
審査官、こちらは本学園の睡眠学習法になります。
おお、なるほど。次を見に行きたいんだ。
Nah. What the hell? She's just gonna continue like this?
もちろんです。
Bro, this school is cooked. Fucking cooked. Lamar.
「次にご案内するのは外員制共鳴に基づいて適格者の学生たちがデザインしたものです。
They did some shit.
特に今回お見せする無人乗り物は多くの分野に応用でき、
欠席者数8名。クラウドに同期完了。
あの子たち約束もしっかり守ってくれないだなんて。
これはどういう状況だ？学生が授業をサボったらしいな。
ルシラ学園長、来るのが少し早かったのかもしれない。
申し訳ありません、アルト審査官。何を隠しましょう、ご覧の通りスペーストレックコレクティブ関連の論争が学生たちにも影響を及ぼしているのです。学園が今まで以上に支援を欲しがっている証拠です。
なんとかなりそうか？
どうだろうな。
I
ルシラ学園長の
can't.
希望は分かってるよ。
アルト審査官、今夜新しい予定を入れるのはいかがでしょうか？
そうしようかな。
漂白者君、アルト審査官と食堂に行くわ。モーニエ教授。
I cannot. Bro, that must be the worst audit ever. Bro, underprepared isn't even a fucking thing here. Bro, they did check shit. I cannot believe it. Who was the idiot who... Oh, it's her. It's her. She just fucking fell asleep at the board.
みんなを
この授業はとても難しいので、眠気を感じても仕方ない。私が授業をもっと。
モーニエのせいじゃない。
皆さん、疲労しそんな学生たちを。私は高圧の原因は私の耳にも入りました。
Yep, I'm gonna, I don't know, beat up the investors, I guess. Or just fund it myself. Oh hell no. But the second option was fucking diabolical. What is this? Just order the cheap ones that they can do not feel guilty to fucking throw them out. So he just sets all of them off shit. Oh man.
さあ、マイルとしよ
う。データは何重にも上書きされ。お疲れ様。こんなに質の悪い食事が出る環境で仕事をしてるとは思わなかった。歯磨き粉みたいなものを食べた瞬間、ここの食べ物はヤバいって気づいたんだ。でも突然、大勢の学生たちに囲まれて、あれこれ食べさせられてな。はあ、地獄だったよ。簡単に言うと、エクソストライダーが消えたことで敵各社計画は中止されることになるんだが、敵各社の後処理に関して双方の意見が割れてるんだ。いや、ルシラ学園長の
forgot to synchronize the people who do the testing thing. I mean, there's not real reason for them to exist anymore. They should reorient, I guess. Maybe create robots that can be accessed the same way? Is a possible thing?
ネオユニオンをはじめとする多くの取締役は直ちに敵各社の教育を停止して新たな案について議論。取締役会のハド派は自国の敵各社が他学部に転入、もしくは帰国に十分な支援をもらえれば他の事務には干渉し。
ルシラーの意見は？
彼女は敵各社計画の続行を望んでいる。
続行？
俺たちも困惑してるんだ。漂白者、ルシラーのことはどれくらい知ってるんだ？
Pretty well.
そうか。漂白者、正直に言うとブラックショアは現状ルシラーを信じきれていない。彼女の主張もそうだし、ネオユニオンと切っても切れない関係性を持ってる。加えて明らかに隠し事をしてるだろう。何も知らないまま彼女を助けるのはブラック。これが理性に基づいて俺たちが出した判けどな。スタートーチ学園出身の腹持ちが学園の状況について知ったらみんなショアキーパーのところに行って ルシラ学園長のことは自分たちが保証する。羨ましいぜ。学生からあんな風に信頼し。
どうやってアールドに。
いやいや、君にこそブラックショアの本当の審査官になってもらいたいって。ルシラを信じていいのか、一体何を計画してるのか。学生と秘密の
So we are the auditor? That's actually pretty good. Because we have no more knowledge than him. He can only see the outside appearance and not the actual inside, how the students are working, really in a crisis, under stress. It's just not enough time for an actual auditor to do all that.
敵各社たちは助けてやりたいが、ブラックショアのことも考えないといけないな。わかった。アールドに。
俺が君に協力するだろう。とにかく計画を立てないとな。
計画なんてそんなに複雑に考える必要あるの？
Jesus fucking counted.
どうなってるんだ？
アールトのリーダー、エクソストライダー計画に投資する千載一遇のチャンスよ。私たちブラックショアならこれくらいの数を出さなくちゃ。そうね、コレクティブの取締役会に通じる通信路を作ってくれてもいいわ。議論には私が参加するから。
これがエイメスさんか。ブラックショアのデバイスにまで侵入できるなんて。
Aimless.
別にふざけてないわ。敵各社の学位が取り消されたら、私の最高学位がロイ一族の幼年教育になっちゃうの。
Well, true.
それにラベル学部を守るだけなら簡単だわ。チェイスかショアキーパーに頼めばいくらでも方法があるはずよ。コレクティブの出資者がアレフ1ほどしぶといわけないもの。
You don't know, you don't know. There's been an historical thing. It's easier to beat up God than talk to stupid people. Yep. That's an ancient
あ
saying.
なたがコレクティブのためにやったことを彼らが重視してくれなくても、単純にあなたを味方にしようとするために提案を真剣に検討すると思うし。
Is she though?
組織の力を借りると誰かに牽制される恐れがある。俺の経験から言えば、ここは個人で動いた方がいい。救世主を自分の職業に決めたエイメスなら、俺の言いたいことはわかるだろ。
そうね。でもあなたの考えちょっと古くない？
Well, I am old. Well, at least in game.
とりあえずルシラーの考えを明らかにしつつ、臨機応変に動こう。俺の助けが間に合わない場合でも、コレクティブには敵各社を守ってほしい。だから今回だけはコレクティブのルールに従ってみんなの未来を決めないといけないんだ。俺とルシラーを信じてくれ。最善を尽くす。
わかった。もちろん信じてるわ。でも先に言っておくけど、私の学籍が取り消されでもしたら、スペーストレックコレクティブの名前をエイメスコレクティブに変えさせてもらうから。
Lamau.
実際エイメスさんの力を借りれば、ルシラ学園長はもっと余裕を持てるだろう。
さっきエイメスが言ってたように、彼女自身も敵各社だ。なら彼女もルシラーが守らなければならない。
True.
そうだな。でもリンクドスパインの駅でネオユニオンから来た連中を見かけたんだ。 それで急いでバイクで来ることにした。ルシラーが手配したスケジュールより前に。
This was an actual really good scene. I like the dynamic between Rover, Alto, and AMF.
おお、学生たちが屋台を出してるなんていい雰囲気の学園だな。お、あれは授業で寝てた学生じゃないか。見に行ってみよう。
Talk with them?
この考えに沿って観察すれば、私。いえ先輩、大丈夫。シグリカから歩行代をもらってる以上、3つ目の解放を書いてみるから、まずは観察してみて。
授業中に寝てた学生か。徹夜で。
Oh, that's how we explain the dozing off. We obviously need to be truthful. However, we can explain they're dozing off in class because they're helping fellow students with their studies. That's an actual acceptable reasoning.
ほう、つまりここの車は全部君が改造したのか？すごい。
マリオ先輩は入学してすぐ調査用乗り物プロジェクトに参加したから、ここのバイクはみんな家族みたいなものだよ。
恋人だ。
Soulmates, Lamar.
どう？アルとシーサカン、一気に10台くらい注文しちゃおっか。
恋人なんじゃないのか？
朝、学園の量産型に乗ってたらしいんですけど、ここ最近は雨が降ってます。これを試してみてください。ABS や TCS のパラメーターを
道理で授業で居眠りしてたわけだ。
いや、改造はとっくに済んでますよ。昨日の夜は
急に空気が重くなったな。これ本当に買っていいのか？
Okay, that's actually good background story. That shit is amazing. They did an amazing job with the presentation and what the actual story is.
嫌だ。
先輩たち、喧嘩はやめてください。待って、一目でこれの価値がわかるなんて。
売るなって。彼女はプレップの学生だぞ。
こんな口の利き方に気をつけ。すみません。実は私、よくわからないんです。ただ、この目には見えるんです。装置、外はもちろん、作りも配線も精密にデザインされているのがわかります。この屋台で一番よくできてる。そうでしょ？ええ、最高。ありがとう。その言葉は私にとって。
姉さん、6年だぞ。それを売ったら
何も残らなくなるって。過去に何もなせなかった。そして将来、リーホン、周りを、私たち敵格者を見て、一番多くの資源を持ちながらエクソストライダーに選ばれることもなく、立派な実績も何一つ作れなかった。
True. But technically it was already destined because we are, like the player, Rover, are the actual Exostrider pilots. AMF is the resonator because of her will. And probably because we put some strings in the back, but oh well.
姉さんが誰かを支援する。
私よ。私が支援するわ。何もなせなかった？あなたたちの作品が公正な目で見られるまで、誰であろうと勝手に決めつけることは許さないわ。
Okay.
何も持ち合わせていない？私がいるでしょ。たとえ世界に見捨てられたとしても、私が、ルシラーが、スタートーチ学園の学園長がいつまでもみんなの味方でいるわ。
Man, I really need the sun to fucking turn off. It's so hot in here. Holy shit.
ついでに言っておくと、
Man, I wish I could just do fucking infinity stones here that
明日にでも
snap.
新しい
It's
研究基
cold.
金が届くはずよ。
ということは、
ということで、早く屋台を片付けてちょうだい。売るのはまだ早いわ。あのクソハムスター、火事場泥棒みたいに足元を見るなんて。厄介なパートナーと些細な意見の食い違いがあっただけ。
半日で話がついたのか。相当妥協したんだろうな。
Say nothing.
うちの子だ。
先生、
自分の生活を守る決意。リーシエンさんやみんなの探求心には今よりも大きい、それを大切にすることね。
はい。
それと弟にはもっと優しくしてあげて。それ以上殴ると頭が悪くなってしまう。
先生、
I like that they make
もう一つ
important NPCs
伝え
look
なければ
unique.
ならないことがあるんです。
Like, I'm not hating, but Genshin literally could never.
ライニーたちが授業をサボったこと
Well,
で
I am
しょ。
hating,
もう
but
知ってるわ。
we don't care about these.
アルト審査官、今夜の特別スケジュール。
Okay. Find the student's secret workshop.
さあ参るとしよう。
呪術遊牧女、変態信号機もどき、幽霊少女。
さあ参るとしよう。
なるほど。新聞室をラボとして使ってるのね。なかなかやるじゃない。
What in the fuck?
ライニーさん、私は今とっても悲しいの。だって約束をして。
適格者が学生サークルでの成果を見せるというのが約束の内容ですよね。あんなスクラップだけで。これこそ成果ですよ。この全地形自走法には人工知能が搭載されたマルチモーダルアクティブディフェンスシステムが組み込まれてます。何よりこいつは完全に外因性共鳴で操縦。たとえ天空界に落ちたとしても、私が溺れ死なない限り審査官さん、
おう、
あなたたちが適格者の研究を今まで通り支援してくれたら、
量産だって。
疑うのも無理はないです。
いやいや、見せてもらったところでな。
残像を倒すにももってこいですから。
私に任せ。ライニーさん、射撃統制システムを切って試運転気をつけて。
起動。
この戦車なんだか
Oh hell no.
記憶よ、蘇りなさい。
They fucked
こうやっ
up.
て
Where's my E though?
こっち向いて。スナップショット。ふう。ふっ。はい、チーズ。記念にどうかし
There
ら。
is my E.
記憶よ、蘇りなさい。スナップショット。こっち向いて。
Lamau.
.すみません先生、すみません。
ナナ、リューク先生に。ライニー、あなたも医療科で治療を受けなさい。ここは
そうだな。ライニーさん、俺は決して慰めや建前を言っているわけじゃない。共鳴によって精密な機械をコントロール、その技術には大いにポテンシャルがあるだろう。特につけられて。
でも時間が。
Stream
時間なら
viewers
た
on
くさんある
stream,
わ。
bro. How about
こ
I
こ数
fuck
日、
your ass?
私は新たなパートナーに連絡を取っていたの。
我々がここに来たのは文明の進む方向を見出すため。スタート落ち学園は入学許可書。自分が適格者という集団の1000分の1に過ぎないことも、エクソストライダーのパーツにすら及ばないことも、文明の進む方向を見。
Why the fuck are you crashing out? Why the fuck is it raining in here? Oh, transition.
先生。
私がいるわ。
この件を俺は軽く捉えすぎてたようだ。学生たち、今なら理解できた。この子たちは適格者という名の特権を求めてるわけじゃなくて、適格者という名の使命を守ろうとしてるんだな。
学園はみんなの力があったおかげで築かれてきた。各国の支援や無数の人々の心血こそ、このもし適格者計画から実質的な見返りがなければ、審査会には計画の妥当。
そうだな。感情的な理由ばかり並べても審査会の連中は納得し。
ルシラーがそんなに感情的な人間だとは俺も思わない。
協力を求めているものの、 俺た
I'm
ちを
pretty sure
完全に
investing in
信
that
頼
makes
して
sense from a Blackshark standpoint
それとも
because they need the
何か
tech
事情があるの
that
かな
was just shown. People being able to control these robots through resonance ability, meaning it cannot be interfered with tech. Long distance, especially. This would be a really powerful tool.
ここは君に任せるしかないな、漂白者。秘密。いや、とても収穫のある一日だったよ。今日出会った適格者のみんなには。
ええ、大丈夫でしょう。リュウク先生が。
大丈夫大丈夫。寮なら昼頃リュウク先生に案内してもらったから道は覚えてるよ。
ええ、わかりました。
Resort to the woods.
帰って休む前にレクチャーホールへ行きたいんだけど、ついてきてくれないかしら。
いいだろ
Okay, in which direction do you want to walk? Choose. Thanks. $80 meters with that shit? Holy damn.
う。もう何日寝てないんだ。
忘れたわ。
ご飯は
それならしっかり食べてるわ。そういえば、ブラックショアの気候はどうなってるのかしら。
Fucking ass.
そうだな。うん。比較的
It's either
安定
raining
して
or
る
it's
方だろ
dark.
うか。
食べ物は？
学園よりはマシだと思う。
少しマシな程度？はあ、教え子からたまに手紙をもらうのだけど、ブラックショアに行った学生から届く数が一番少ないのよ。来たとしても日常の話は書いてないわ。いきなり通信が入ったかと思えば、先生、ちょっとお聞きしたいことがあるんですが、なんて具合でね。本当に困った子たちだわ。まあ、無事なら何よりだけれど。
But that's probably because they cannot tell you exactly what their day-to-day life is. Because there are probably spies somewhere, secret missions, shit, whatever. Because probably Black Shores is a, let's say, normal orc, research stuff, mercenary work,
いつ
whatever.
始める気かしら？
何を？
私に鎌をかけようとしてるんでしょ？ R と審査官に頼まれて。
こんなに遠回り。
漂白者くん、あなたは私のためにブラックシュアという対悲鳴組織に掟を破らせ、大国同士の政治争いに巻き込ませる。昨日私は自分に聞いてみたの。あなたのことを本当に知っているのか。気高くもなければ正義も存在しないこの商人と政治家、少なくともこれはスタート寺学園とブラックショア双方が築いたあなたに直接見てもらいたくて遠回りをしてきたの。自分の目で見て判断して心の定規で測ってからルシラーは信頼に値する人なのか。
漂白者、まだルシラー学園長が支援者と連絡を取っていることがネオユニオン側に感づかれて審査会が早められたんだ。
いつになったんだ？
明日の朝、正確には3時間半後。
典型的なネオユニオンの手口ね。おそらくとっくにラハイロイの近くに
こんな短時間で他の加盟国を説得し、
コレクティブの予算案規定に従えば半数を超えるメンバーが棄権すると常任の取締役と皇太子席の座にいるネオユニオンが権利を得ることができる。審査会から案が出る前からおそらく
準備を急いだ方がいい。ルシラー学園長、
3時間半ね。行きましょう。
どこへ？
学園見。
Second half of the tour. Lamar. Oh, we are in the auditorium. these should be the seats of like the, what's it called? The board members, probably. These are the seats of the important people within the collective or important investors, is my guess. I'm pretty sure Lucilla should be a board member as the professor, as the president of the academy. And the investors will sit here everywhere. It at least would make sense to me. We have more seats upstairs. We do not standing. So it's probably streets area. Interesting, interesting.
.
ずっとルシラーの計画に従ってたことに対して、それとも今も隠し事をされてるからか。
それはごめんなさい。私の強がりだとでも思ってちょうだい。一応あなたも私の学生だもの。
じゃあ今度は安心して監修になれるんだな。
あなたにとっても珍しい経験のはずよ。きっとね。
ラベル学部の地下にこんな場所。
ここはサンダーミールの基地が建てられる前に外因性共鳴とボイドストーム対策の研究に使われてた取締役会から自由に使っていいって言われたのよ。だから自分の能力で少し改造したわ。私の頭の中にしか存在しなかった学生たち。まだ時間はあるから興味があるなら好きに回っても構わ
That's
ないわ。
actually interesting. Forte is to capture memories, I believe.
ここは全部あなたの能力の影響を受けた状態なのか。
Let's see. This is
改造に
the
はどれくらいかかったん
music
だ。
player.
学園に残った人も
This is
離れていった
the
人も
robot
ここで
that
過
we
ごした
saw
こと
in
に意味を持て
Renee's
るようになる
trailer,
な
I'm
ら
pretty sure.
どれだけ時間を費やしてもいいと思ってるわ。
This is this phone cell. This is the game station in Lucilla Story.
行こ
This is a TV. This is more new story quest. Part of it, at
う。
least.
それ
I don't remember this one or did this one. Okay. Okay.
行こ
The hell?
探している展示品はここよ。忘れないでちょうだい。ここは私の記憶の宮殿よ。見せてあげるわ。この空
Back to Lucilla craft of herself using a power very few know how to use it correctly. Very few probably, or only Mornia. Okay, we still see that it is a picture here, but it's not anymore. Well, technically the outlines are still here, so if we line it up correctly, it would still look like a picture. But this is a very cool effect, I like it. It's-
これは
この展示品。これこそ。先生は私のこと信じてくれますか？
ルシラ、
Who is the mysterious girl? Is it herself,
少し
maybe?
上の空だったが、
ええ、平気よ。
審査会の前に少し休んでおいた方がいいんじゃないか。
安心して。この会議が終わったら泥のように眠るつもりだから。
これで本当に彼らを説得できる。ルシラーは説得の手立てを持っているようだが、なぜずっとためらってるんだ。
信じてくれてありがとう。聞きたいことが山ほどあるのは分かってるわ。
Well, I do
どうやってネオユニオンを説得するつもりなのか。
beating them
エ
up.
クソストライダーを失った今、敵各社たちのために
Making them
探
for the
している
beating.
次の使命とは何なのか。
あなたが学生を傷つけるようなことはしないと分かってる。それだけで十分だ。
私は、いえ、まだ話すべき時じゃないわ。
I
今日は
always have impeccable timing. Don't dare say that to me.
とにかくまずはこの2つの展示品を持って行って、それからまた後で先生。
Oh, it's her young version. We got eaten by data tunnel. Hell yeah.
「何かの力で転移させられたみたいだな。
記憶が正しければさっきの場所の真下ね。
Yeah, no shit, we fell down.
こっちよ。うん、少し急ぎましょう。
What do we have here? This is a synchronist thingy.
敵各社のコックピットか。これは
よく似ているけど、これは非常用のプラン B よ。リミッターを外して神経系を過剰に刺激し、短時間で言いたいことはわかるわ。でもこのプランはもともと文明存亡の危機に備えて用意さ。もっとも実験に参加した敵各社たちは二度とエクソスト。この状況は今度こそうまくいくかしら。
Let me guess, she is one of the volunteers.
どうやってここから出るんだ。
周囲を探してみて。脱出の鍵はこの近くにあるはずよ。
Okay. Just do it. This is actually really crazy implementation. However, I see they were a little bit sloppy here. This should not be like this. It's a little bit buggy. We have this really looks like a picture though. Really looks like real, however it is.
あら、飲み込みが早いのね。
一体どうなってるんだ。
あら、さすがにまずそうかしら。
ルシラ。
はいはい、冗談よ。そんなに怖い顔してると、裏学園に入る前に話した内容は覚えてる？定期的に記憶の一部を消去していること。思い出したくもないけれど忘れてもない記憶はこうして奥底にしまっておくのよ。で、漂白者くん、出口は真上よ。そこで鍵を使えば脱出できるわ。 でもあそこへ行く
So
には
she shifts
あなた
the
の助
memory
けが必
out
要
of
なの。
herself. However, instead of burning the memory, she puts them in this room, I guess.
ここのすべては私の記憶から生まれたものだけど、あなたが本物だってことは分かってるわ。あなた、
分かった。俺が
漂白者くん、
なるほど。
行きましょう。
Okay, okay. Interesting plot. The background music is also
少し
slapping.
急ぎましょう。
Can I walk around here at all? What do we have here? Okay, invisible wall.
ここは対ボイドマター材料研究室よ。学園のボイドマターバリアを構築する材料はこの部屋で生まれているわ。
真ん中にあるのは
毎日出る廃棄物よ。リサイクル。
写真を見つけた。これを適切な場所に映し出さないとな。
The photos have been smeared to do contamination, drag the two calibration bars to correct the positions to restore the photos. Okay. This was not it. Oh, we have actually two.
授業を始めるわよ。記憶よ、よみがえりなさい。笑って。
Okay, 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 okay. This looks amazing though, how they did this.
Hi, cheese.
I'm really not sure if this is a unique tech. I think I saw it somewhere before. Oh yeah, right, right. This perspective game. I forgot
そ
about
んな
this.
大それた過負荷実験に参加した適格者の中に今州出身の子が、そこで彼は
まさか。
そうは言い切れ、故郷へ帰る前、あれはただ諦めきれなかっただけなの
Oh,
か、
it's so hot.
それとも
I
最
am
初から
dying
疎開や
here.
めバリアに応用できると考えていたのかしら。
If I could, I would turn off the sun, but I can't. It's energy.
ここに俺たちを閉じ込めた少女は。
最近どうも学生たちに行きましょう。次の教室へ。うん、少し
休まないか。
まだ大丈夫よ。
大丈夫か。
私から離れないで、漂白者くん。これは私にとってここは迷いやすいわ。
バリアのせいで通れそうにないな。
いい考えがあるわ。漂白者くん、ちょっと協力してくれる？漂白者くん、もう少しそっちに立ってくれる？
ここか？
These were two
もう少し
steps.
前？そうね。やっぱり後ろかしら。はい、これでラストよ。 笑ってちょうだい。
Smile.
もしかして写真写りが悪いって言われたことはない？
今ルシラに言われた。
冗談は終わりよ。この写真があれば。
Type in Lee0OI1L. I1L.
Madam, 間違いございません。お嬢様は病気ではなく共鳴能力に覚醒したのです。しかも極めて稀な。そんな嘘でしょ。ルシラちゃんが共鳴者になるなんて。
Oh, so her parents were resonator phobic. Hell yeah.
共鳴者になんて絶対なりたくないよ。
Wait, is her charged up ability just delete the fucking enemy?
しまった。道しるべである俺を見失って、ルシラーは自分の。
The test was also supplement is not located outer side of the right half, according to the patient's family. Subject waiting for it at the birthday party after receiving a camera as a gift.
囚われてしまったのかもしれない。急いで見つけないと。
Test item reverse curve fluctuation stability data. Does resource establish rebel curve shows elliptical fluctuations with a stable time domain. Demonstrates slight abnormal fluctuations. Conclusion: this object shows no risk and has no history of overclocking, but exhibits long and short-term memory impairments common in neural-type resonators. Observation in the hospital is recommended. We have. What the hell? The heli? Yo, that shit is cool as fuck.
どう答えれば？
はいか、わかりましたとでも答えればいいの。これ以上の好機はないわよ。ライバルたちが手一杯になっている今こそ、私たちで主導権を握るチャンス。あなたが学園長になった時と同じように、世間の目なんて気にしなくていいわ。汚れ役は私たちが引き受ける。 あなたは強硬な姿勢を見せ、第三者の審査官を引き入れ、あなたがもっともらしい理屈を並べて反論し、私たちが懸念を示して互いに一歩譲る。最終的に適格者の育成計画を私たちが主導する形になれば、それで十
So
分。
she is not on the good side.
私の学生たちをどうするつもりかしら。
需要と供給が一致しただけのことよ。才能ある学生に私たちは理想を叶える手助けをする。あくまで本人の意思。それで叶えられるのは一体誰の理想でしょうね。選択権は完全にあの子たちにあるわ、ルシラーちゃん。過去の選択をとやかく言うつもりはないけれど、今日に至るまであなたの意思を無視したことなんて一度でもあったかしら。断るわ。そう、いいわ。強硬な態度で理屈を並べて反論しなさい。
She refused though.
学校から先駆条約へ、先駆条約からコレクティブへ、そしてここへ。これじゃまともな学園長になれる。気をつけて。あれは裏学園の中の私。この記憶を使って彼女。いつになったら彼に打ち明けるつもり？ルシラ学園長、あなたがと。
Is she?
行きましょう。逃げられると思っているのかしら。
学園長の計画は結局ネオユニオンの筋書き。
彼女の言葉に惑わされないで。私が自分の学生を売るわけないでしょ。それは彼女の独りよがりな妄想に過ぎないわ。ローの翼で空へ挑み、火に飛び込むガと同じよ。あなたの学生はあなたのせいで死ぬの。行くわよ、漂白者君。
Can I say no? I can't. Okay.
「記憶を消すことだってできたはずだ。それなのにどうしてあえてあんな危険な答えを残しておいたんだ。
時折自分への戒めにするためよ。学園の平穏な日々に溺れて、もし
I will
私
check
が
this out
過
of
ちを
her
犯して
Rahim
しまっ
story.
たら、
It's OP. No, it's
その
not. You're
代償
lying.
がどれほど高く。忘れるのよ、ルシー。
You know what is peak?
現
This
実に
story.
目を向けなさい。
The story depth of your Homura Hime is about as deep as a puddle of water.
うん、少し急ぎましょう。
Here?
私は再び勇気を振り絞って部屋に入った。時は静かに流れ、学園は今
Can we put this here?
活気に満ちている。
Then we.
どの時代よりも遠くへ私たち
Like
は
how they did this shit is amazing.
あなたにも見せてあげたかったわ。
Nah, it's like top 5 on my list. At least. Carried most of my music. seriously bad here. Bro, your favorite fucking anime is Arifureta. I'm not taking anything you say about story more serious than a potato. And the potato is rotten.
自己報告書の内容は正確で決定的なものだ。
Here?
証拠はすべてケーブルの絶縁不良による飛行制御システムの異常を示していたわ。でも
I like Isekai's law. What do you want
私の知る
to
真
from
実
K?
はもっと単純よ。私に
Liking
計画
better
を承認した。
stories.
つまり彼女を殺したのは私だった。
What in the fuck? I'm eating the pixels. Nom 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 nom.
長い間ずっと心に迷いがあった。教師として学生が無謀な計画を提案してきた。
I will be deleted.
私はどうすべきだった。でも彼女が空を選んだのなら
Wait, this is
少
just
な
an
くとも
infinite
一度
loop?
は失敗する権利があるはず。そう
Can I go through here again?
思ってしまったの。
I cannot. Okay. We will walk into the light.
「あれはサンダーミールか。まだリンクドスパインすら立ってない。
カフカ実験で適格者の資格を失った学生のほとんどは故郷へ帰ることを選んだわ。彼女は言ったの。私がエクソストライダーを失った。彼女は空を貫くロケットのようにラハイロイの空と大地をつなぐ、そんな革新的な輸送システムを設計したと。これは彼女が有人飛行テストを行った日の記憶よ。
まさかあれは流星じゃなくて。
宇宙船よ。それも
こちらアミャ、サンダーミール観測所へ。
ええ。
今日の天気最高ですね。さっきとっても大きな太陽の精霊を見たんです。
She dies. What?
先生、声が変ですよ。また出資者のお偉いさんたちからプレッシャーをかけられたんですか？
違うの。
先生は先生、交流。
先生も忘れてしまったわ。
じゃあテストが終わったら調べておきますね。また連絡します、先生。
Oh shit fucking exploded. prepare better, I guess. Womp womp. L. How hot is it right now? It is 32 degrees Celsius. Fahrenheit 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's way too hot. And it's only gonna get worse. Next week Saturday it's 35 degrees and it's raining, bro. This shit will be fucking humid as shit. I will be steamed for real, for real. Oh, this isn't Amy. Not Amy, fuck, Lucilla. Seems like a new playable character though.
エクソストライダーを作り出したのはどんな文明だったんでしょうね。ですが星の海へたどり着くまでにきっと彼ら
Or is it Lucilla? The eyes look
言っ
different.
てください。私たちどうかこれを先生に。人類の歴史からすれば
Oh, it's
ほんの
not.
小さな一歩に過ぎないかもしれません。それでも
With similar facial structures,
これ
similar
が
lips,
私たち
similar
に
hair.
できる全てなんです。
Maybe her little sister then? She just pissed off.
Lucilla!
What's up? Man, can you run faster, fat ass?
Lucilla, 待て。
What the hell?
Lucilla!
The heck?
感情が空間に影響してる。危険だ。
But that shit looks
ここに
crazy
とどまることこ
over
そ
this wall.
一番危険だわ。もう行く時間ね。
Oh, it vanished. Interesting.
もうすぐ着くわ。上に進み続ければ必ず出口があるはずよ。
だからずっと俺に計画を話そうとしな。あなたが敵格者たちのために探していた出口は
And get grilled here.
行き止まりだったの
After
か。
story, I need a little break. 15 minutes or some shit.
あの子たちをネオユニオンに利用させたくなかった。でも理性的に考えれば考えるほどあちらの提案を拒めない。結局
あの少女があなたをここに閉じ込めた理由、
教えて。
自分の案で学生たちを危険な目に遭わせるんじゃ。あの子たちが迷わずうなずくことが分かっているからだ。それはこの世で一番の理解者からの
Oh, yo, I just noticed.
また後でね。
I remember on my Twitter, counter site is shutting down. Holy shit. Apparently there's a reboot planned. I think Countersight's problem is that it wasn't unique gameplay-wise. It needs to have some knack that makes it unique. Just something. Like, WoWa has its amazing combat, which makes it unique. Genshin has its elemental system, which is unique within gacha. ZZZ has its flashy combat,
人類がもっと高く飛べるように。
as well as the unique goofiness. NTE has a lot of unique things. Decent combat, decent goofiness. However, as well, their systems with gearing is very unique. What else is wooden block? Well, too bad. Counter-Strike actually had potential, however. As many other the space is saturated. Releasing within the gacha scene, it's very hard now. You actually need a massive launch. NTE succeeded because it's a high quality game. If NTE was closer to the quality of, for example, Blue Archive, it would not succeed. As well as Hotter Studios knows how to have a successful launch. They, after all, released Tower Fantasy, which is still online, I believe. I don't think it has shut down yet. However, no one can disagree that the game was majorly successful first. I did not pay attention, what the heck.
見届けるわ。刻み込むわ。守り抜くわ。このひらめきを。記念にどうかしら。 もちろん。
今日の天気最高ですね。さっきとっても大きな太陽の精霊を見たんです。
先生。
よかった。じゃあまた連絡しますね、先
生。また後で会いましょう。少し急ぎましょう。
Ah, is this white? Holy shit, that's a diabolical combination of colors.
あの謎の少女もあなたの学生なのか？
彼女は学園に関する私の思い出のすべて。つまり
Story to this point was really good
私
though.
の学生一人一人よ。
結局あなたの計画が何なのか最後まで教えてもらえなかったな。
大丈夫よ。もう少しでみんな知ることになるわ。
眠いのか？
これはやる気に満ちたあくびよ、漂白者くん。
Man, is someone here like Superman or some shit? Can they cover the sun? Fat ass.
漂白者、今どこにいる？審査官たちも学生たちも全員揃ってるぞ。ルシラーの計画は
She
確かなんだろう
dying?
な。とにかく
Man, I can't do the boob thing. Let me see her boobs.
その時は一緒
Let
に
me
立ち
see
向かお
her
う。
boobs.
また後で先生。
Step into the auditorium. Oh, these are actually for the students, okay. I thought they had a bunch of investors in the back. However, it's probably the government of the area that is investing.
ルシラー学園長、スペーストレックコレクティブ取締役会常任事務総長のカメレルです。私は取締役会の指名を受け、本日は出資者代表としてスタートーチ学園ラベル学部適格者の処遇案に関する
We
第二
need
次
to
特別
argue.
審問
I
会を
hope
行
they
いま
introduce
す。
here an argue event. QT.
ルシラー学園長、コレクティブ憲章第12条に基づき、あなたは本会議の出席者、議題および草案に対し、
では今回の審査団メンバーの国籍構成についてお伺いします。カメレル事務。
今回の審査団は全部で10名。その全員がネオユニオンの出身です。内訳を申しますと、ネオユニオンの特別代表5名、残る4名の常任取締役のうち2名は棄権、残り2名は臨時代表権をネオユニオンに委任しています。そして最後の1名はブラックショア代表のアールト審査官です。
カメレル事務総長、その人員構成では検証が定める審査会の
条例に基づき、取締役から委任を受けた参加者の国籍は委任者と同じ国籍とみなされます。したがって今回の
失礼、発言してもいいかい？それならブラックショアも当然現在ラベル学部に在籍中の漂白者さんを臨時代表に指名できるわけですね。こちらが委任状です。
承知しました。
質問は以上です。カメレルさん。
それでは議題に戻ります。 前回の審問会後に行われた出資者たちの決議を通達します。エクソストライダーを失ったということは、敵格者計画
I
の
hope we're bringing
事実上の
ABF.
失敗を意味します。
Living in ABF would be
目下の最優先事項
hilariously
は
funny.
計画に関わる学生およびリソースに対し事後処理を実行することです。取締役会の総意に基づき再度述べます。敵格者計画は直ちに終了、または一時と。
私の立場は変わりません。敵格者計画の継続を希望します。
その理由を述べてください。
審査官の皆様、これはある敵格者の学生が制作した疎開雨を防ぐためのバリアのプロトタイプです。このプロトタイプは今週におけるバリア開発を大きく後押しして、最終的には名式無双選手との決戦で無数の命を救いました。
Abby. We fought against Abby.
そしてこのプロトタイプに使われた材料は当初工学部の実験で出た廃棄物に過ぎませんでした。設計者自身が敵格者であり、工学やボイドマター、さらには気象学など幅広い知識を持っていたからこそ、ゴミの山から可能性を見つけ出すことができたのです。
ルシラー学園長、つまりあなたは敵格者に対する多角的な能力を培う教育の優位性を論じたいようですね。しかしそのような教育方針は計画の要項に含まれていません。教育方針の推進と計画の継続、あのプロトタイプは確かに素晴らしい成果でしょう。しかしそのたった一つの可能性を得るために支払うコストを考えれば割に合いません。
カメレルさん、そして審査官の皆様、ではお聞きしますが、私ご覧の通り、この壊れた機械部品はコレクティブの公式記録にさえ残っていない失敗した実験の残骸です。ある敵格者が自らの理論を証明するために、あれから15ヶ月後、この部品はリンクドスパインの最後のピースとなり、ラハイロイの地上と地下をつなぐ要となりました。人は必ずしも勝利だけを目指して旅立つわけではあり、私たちの学生は入学した日から知っていました。エクソストライダーがいつ目覚めるかわからないことも、たとえそれでも彼らはここに来ました。ですがその失敗に価値がないと言えるでしょうか。エクソストライダーがアレフ1を追放し世界を救ったこと、その結末を敵格者計画の失敗だなんてなぜ言えるのでしょうか。
カメレル審査官、ブラックシュアの代表より発言を求めます。
どうぞ。
敵格者計画が生み出した想定外の利益という点において、我々はルシラー学園長の見解に同意します。参考までに一つデータを提示しましょう。現在のブラックシュア構成員の相当数がここスタートーチ学園の出身者です。彼らは皆極めて高い学習能力、才能、そして意志の強さを示しており、その中でも敵格者出身のメンバーは突出しています。そして学園内において敵格者のロールモデルが他の学生に与える影響力については、漂白者さんから発言を。
敵格者計画は文明の活路を切り開くための計画だ。かつてエクソストライダーが文明の第一の活路だと思われていた時、それにふさわしいパイロットとして選ばれたのが敵格者だった。
だがエクソストライダーが去った今、俺たちのために新たな活路を見出す者こそ。
以上の
That arguing it was actually
的確者
horrible.
計画の費用対効果という観点に対し、私は異議を申し立てます。出資者の方々には当該計画の評価基準について慎重に再考していただきたいのです。
協議が必要のようですね。これより5分間の休憩。
What's this, Emir? Okay, it's not. It's just a bunch of lights going on there. She about to collapse.
彼らに学園の可能性を見せるのよ。自分たちの価値を証明してみせる。
Yo, can you not fucking collapse?
それだけでは足りない。
ル
That's
シラ学園長、審査団で協議した結果、我々は適格者が独立した学科として存続する
However,
潜在的価値および模範的役割を認めます。先ほど漂白者さんがおっしゃったように、エクソストライダーなき今、新たな活動よって我々は妥協案を提示します。ラベル学部は存続させます。ただしこの辺りでお互い譲歩するのはどうでしょうか。ルシラー学園長。
戦いもいよいよ大詰めよ。ルシラー、深呼吸して心を鎮め、そしてこれまでの悔しさを、これまでの喜びを、失ったものを。
This is actually a new storytelling format. I like it. It looks
見
good.
届けたものを。
It also fits in the fucking YouTube short format.
追い求めてきた答えと守り抜いてきた宝を。いいえ、その必要はありません、カメレル事務総長。こうしている今も彼ら適格者たちはこの世界で最も文明の活路に近い場所にいるのです。アレフ・アンとの戦いを経て、私たちは系外探査機スターゲイザーからこの音声記録を入手しました。
ただのノイズでは。
はい。ですがこれはソラリスの先駆者たちが残してくれた希望そのものでもあります。私たちは決して孤独ではないのだと。かつて私たちの祖先が狭い洞窟の中にいたように、スタートーチ学園が誰かが勇気を振り絞って
その精神論と的確。
ご覧ください。ラベル学部の研究成果を集約すれば、外因性共鳴による制御を用い周波数干渉を徹底的に遮断する宇宙船を建造可能です。そして私たちの適格者にはその翼を操るだけの教育を十分すぎるほど施してきました。
しかしストライダーゲートは閉ざされています。ましてやその向こう側は道で。
文明の活路がこの下にしかないなんて誰が決めたのですか。
星空。
ルシラー学園長もよくご存知のはずです。いかなる危機もあの天空海に近づけばどうなるのか。
ええ、痛いほどに。ですが外因性共鳴を使える今なら この学園にはあの壁を越える力があります。
失敗した場合、あの機体はそのまま棺桶となります。正気なのですか？
Are you?
これは学園全員の意志。もし答えが死の向こう側にあるのならたどり着いてみせましょう。見ていてください。私の最高の教え子たちがあの空に風穴を開けてみせます。
What an anticlimactic ending. Honestly, perfect moment for AMF to scoop in. I'm totally gonna be honest. Missed opportunity.
すぐに迎えが来る。ここで今回はお疲れ。まあ、漂白者。ルシラ学園長に伝え。まあ、気楽に行こうぜ。それじゃ、
Question: How did he get in here? I thought the entrance was still shut, to be honest.
研究員およびロイ表現行きの列車は間もなく発車いたします。お早めにご着席の上、シートベルトをお締めください。
I still can't believe that we have a thing like that for
現在、
2 inches.
途中停車駅におけるボイドストームの危険度は低レベルとのことです。
Oh, Hyuki! Hello there.
あやつならここには
わかった。
すまない。
急に
わらわが力に慣れておれば。
これは彼女の戦いだ。
そうか。
あ、
Go find Lucilla.
さあ、参るとしよ
Or should we need to go in? Ooh. Access granted. Principles next to costly high risk and fraud. Investing in our talent. If you can read it, must also admit that zero mass is out the very thing we have been chasing. Therefore, the exam is determined that we will once again challenge the sky as complete. Holy thing. Leave the conference hall. I'm gonna leave. Well, she is sleeping like she said though. Gets 1 bonus point. We have finished the quest indeed. Well, next thing we're gonna do is challenge the end state matrix. But before that, we will collect this. A bunch of rewards. And we will do a short toilet break. And a break that I can cool off, because I am dying here. So, just put this here, and we will see us in 15. We are back. I made myself some delicious food. And until I have eaten, we will watch some video. A very interesting one at that. Let me... Well... Yes. Just... Let's mute. What? Change the audio channel of Firefox to this video.
Listen, I think there's a conversation that needs to be had. And I want to start this off by saying, this is my guy right here. We go way back. This is my dude, Samju. That's my guy right there. We were literally like 10 viewer streamers together back in like 2020. But he made this tweet yesterday. Sorry, actually it was 2 days ago because it was late that day. I know I'm not a big streamer, so my word probably doesn't mean shit, but please can we, for one season, stop with the new heroes and focus on new maps? In comp and actual balance changes. Like, it's so boring playing the same maps all day versus the same code comps at Marvel Rivals. And then I saw Boger yesterday responded and retweeted it and was like, average size streamer here. I concur. And I thought this wasn't going to be somewhere I wanted to do Twitter, because Twitter is just a cesspool and you can't have a nuanced conversation on Twitter. It's genuinely possible. But I've seen this sentiment a lot recently where people are like, you know, fed up with balance, fed up with like whatever.
Open
we
my
need to just,
window
like,
at
slow
better
the
angle.
content down,
Hopefully
and we
it
need
gets
to
cooler.
like focus on these other things. And without even getting into the nitty gritty, I'm just gonna say this right off the bat. Balance is subjective, right? No two people agree on balance unless it's one character. If you tried to talk about the entire roster, you could never get two people to agree. Even pro players, bronze players, you could not get two people
I think
to
we
agree
tried
because
this
they will
one. I
always
found
have
this
different
in my
experiences.
supermarket.
And so
Energy
the only
shoes.
thing that you can
Maybe
technically
it's
make sure that
right.
everyone agrees on is data, right? You can look at data and say, this person has a lower win rate, 47%. You look at the other person and say, is it 47%? They look at the data and go, yep, it's also 47. So they can both agree it has a negative
It's
win rate,
actually pretty
lower
good.
than 50%, which is low.
It tastes like carbonated apple juice.
Both people can agree on that. Now, after looking at that, though, you could both look at the same character with a negative win rate, though, and say, does that character need to be buffed then? Statistically, it's like, well, if we want to get it closer to 50%, most of the time it should have a chance to win every game if you play well on the character. But if you don't, like, you're gonna, like, if it has such a low win rate, Black Widow is a good example because she has like 39% or something like that. Statistically, you're gonna lose most of your games you pick Black Widow just because she's not as good. Does that mean they need a buff? A lot of times the answer is no. It's actually not what they don't need a buff. I think a good example of that is Strange, Mag, Emma. All of them have negative win rates. I think a lot of times people pick them to try to fill on those roles and they're not actually good at it and they think it's easy to play those. Cloak and Dagger is actually a good example as well. And then they don't play it optimally and they lose and they contribute to that win rate. And so balance is both data and an art. And here's where the whole thing kind of falls apart a little bit. Is, like I said, love Sanju, that's my guy right there. This game relies on the casual base to come back and play every season and enjoy the new heroes, especially the new hyped heroes. That is what keeps this game going. This game isn't supposed to be hyper balanced. It's not supposed to do that. If you do that, a lot of characters that people enjoy playing would not be as strong. But also at the same time, though, you're in an area where those
balancing the entire roster is not to play. You need to do the League of Legends thing, just create
or you ask
new metas out of your
player,
ass.
let's say, for example, how do they feel right now playing against Dive? A lot of them will be like, I f***ing hate it. This is the same season, by the way, season 8.5, that loading in.
How you do
everyone said
balancing right
Dive
is
dead. And I could show
you
you
look
10
at the
or 15
metas,
streamers where I saw that
past 10
tweets or
metas.
videos saying this is going to be the worst season ever.
And then you go to the
Riot
furthest one
hates
back. Let's
their
say
players,
dive
hates
and
melee. We're back to poke slop. We're back to slop.
Now you
slop,
buff
slop,
all the dive
and then it
characters
ends up
to make
not
them
being
meta again.
true at all.
Maybe put
Daredevil
some
is still
other
a
nerfs in
permaban
there to make dive meta
every
again.
game. And I've come to realize
And
that
then
balance
few
of rivals
seasons or
doesn't
next
mean
season
anything.
later, you do
No matter
the exact
how
opposite.
much
Then you make a poke meta.
They
Then
change
you make a
numbers.
rush meta.
It doesn't matter.
Then
Daredevil
you make
just
a
got his,
brawl
like,
meta.
19th round of nerfs, and they were pretty strong this time, and he's still permanent. You know
Just
who also got a
balancing
big round of
all
nerfs?
the heroes at the same time
Gambit.
is not the play.
You know who's
However,
still
you
permanent?
cannot just make
Gambit.
every
Someone actually brought up, how about Operation
other hero
Health
than
was
rush
Siege?
heroes in
I
a rush
played
meta
Siege during
not
Operation
viable.
Health. That
You
was
also need to
ass.
take account into
They
maps.
spent a whole season
Like
trying
Sigma
to
will
fix
always
the
be
game.
better
And
than
you know
a
what
Reinhardt
happened? It
on
was worse at the end.
Circuit Rail, for example.
It was legitimately
Even
worse.
if it's rush meta.
And the thing that
or
frustrates
brawl
me
meta.
whenever I see stuff
Even then.
like this in general is
Because of the
nobody
long
can
sidelines,
articulate what
Sigma
they
can just
want
shut right up there.
specifically. Unless they literally want to kill something. That's the only thing anyone knows how to articulate, is how to kill something. That's it. Nobody has anything else. I agree that we should have more maps. I agree that maybe there should be a map voting system. I agree that sometimes I load in and I play the same map back-to-back games. That shit's boring. I don't think you need a whole season to figure out how to make that not happen anymore. I think there's a lot of ways that you can get around that while keeping up the consistent content that the game already has. Also, like, I really sometimes get a little frustrated, like, because people not realize how good we have it with this game. And I'm not saying you shouldn't ask for it to be better. I think you absolutely should. And I'll be an advocate for that every single time. But how often I see people asking for stuff or blaming stuff or saying like, oh, like, you know, I wish like we didn't do this or whatever. And it's like, this is what other games beg for. Beg for. We get a balance patch every month, right? Which, granted, I even think the balance patches should be more aggressive. But let's speak on balance specifically. I have literally seen every season people say, oh, the game hasn't changed at all. Oh, the game hasn't changed at all. It's the same meta every season. Where? Hulk was insane when the game first came out. Since then, has not been insane almost ever. He's been strong here and there, but not been insane. Strange was insane when the game first came out. He's been decent since then and good and bad in certain situations. Cap was horrendous when the game came out. Then he was insane. Then he was shit for a long time. Then he made a comeback. Then he was bad again. And then more recently is good again. Groot was not very good when the game first came out. Then he went to not very good. And then he's come back. And then he went away. Then he came back. And then he's been kind of solid ever since. Venom, I don't think has ever had a hard meta outside of like there was one season. Well, I think 1.5 season he was really strong. Like where they changed like the damage team up where you could one shot through support ults. There was one half season Venom was insane. Mag has almost consistently always been strong.
Yes, I remember that
Been
season.
hard
I played it
for a long time.
Was a little bit annoying,
Really good when
however.
they first came out, then they did
You
the
could
rework. A lot of
effectively
people were
shut
really
the
upset
Venom
about the
down
rework.
there.
And then since then they buffed him a ton. And then more recently, in the last, not recently, like 2 months ago, and before that, he was strong for a solid 3 or 4 months. And then more recently, I think he's fallen off a bit more. Penny had multiple seasons of being shit. Gave her a team up. She became insane. They took it away. She fell off again. More recently, the last season or two has been really good. Like, that's just the tanks. Let's move on to the DPS, right? Punisher's had seasons on and off where he's been really good. Storm has only had 1 season, to be fair, where she's been good. Hawkeye's had multiple seasons where he's been good, maybe like 2 or 3. Hela has had multiple seasons where she's dominated and then been solid ever since. BP has had 1 season where he dominated, half season where he did okay, then they gutted him because people went crazy. Magic has always been strong.
Yeah,
Moon Knight has had
they
multiple
fucking
seasons where he's
butchered
been
Black
insane
Panther.
and shit. He's back to being shit. Squirrel Girl's almost never been good. Black Widow has never been good. Iron Man was good when the game first came out. After that, absolute shit. If you want to talk about these characters not being good, I'm with you. Spidey was really good, then really shit, then came back and was really good, then went back to being shit, and now he's like pretty decent. Always been shit. Bucky, again, multiple...
Yeah, Spidey is one of those characters. If you are an insanely good player, Spider will be insanely good. You can Okay, if you're a good player, a team wipe of the enemy team is not a dream. Like, he does insane amounts of damage. And he's also fucking hard to hit if you know how to play him.
Seasons where he was really good, and then they nerfed him, and then they rebuffed him to go against dive. Then he was really strong for a long time, and people were calling for nerfs of this guy left and right and center, saying he's insane, even though he had like a 45% win rate. So then they took away all the anti-dive parts, gave him more damage, and now he's more of a kill machine, but you don't see him as often. Star-Lord has almost been strong most of the entire game, but hasn't been hard meta outside of pro play since like season 1 or season 2. Like, he's not like a must.
Yeah, Star-Lord is very good in pro play. Has solid ever since season 1 until now. I don't think I ever had a game where, or like a session where I didn't see a Star-Lord.
Every game until this season, actually, or last season. He's getting banned. Namor was always insane with the team ups. Without it, was handless. Iron Fist has had multiple seasons where he's both good and then bad. Wolf has almost always been. Do you see where we're going, though? Do you see where we're going? Or like every character has either been strong or not strong in the past, outside of a few of the DPS, mostly. Blade, I think of the DPS, Blade, Witch, Squirrel Girl, Black Widow, and then like a slight tier above that, I'd say Storm, have had no seasons where they're strong. Everyone else has had seasons where they're both strong or meta or close to it. But every season, I see the same dog shit where everyone says, oh, it's the same meta.
Absolutely.
No, it's not.
The people say that are very low ranked because in low rank it doesn't matter what you play. It works because no one has any type of skill or coordination anyway. Up until like Diamond or Masters, no one will fucking do shit. You can play the worst character and get away with it because no one can fucking shoot you anyway. As soon as you had like GM, what's the rank above it? The Celestial, I think? And then the one above all. In those 3 rank, meta actually matters to a certain point. In pro play, meta absolutely matters. That's why pro play meta exists. Meta comes always from pro play, not the other way around. Meta never comes from the ladder. It always comes from pro play.
What are we smoking? And so who's making that narrative? Pros, content creators, predators, Twitter users? Who's making the narrative?
Like, you always need to put 2 perspectives into, technically 3 perspectives into balancing. The pros, the high rank players, like GM and above, and the casual players, that everything from fucking plastic 5 to high diamond. These are like the casual players.
Because if it's more of like,
you cannot disregard the casual players. That they are your biggest asset. So you always pander to them. Now, you need to decide which to pander to. Like, you cannot just indiscriminately just pander to only the good players and the casual players. You cannot do that because it would kill the pro league. So you need to find a middle ground there.
Twitter is like, that's probably more people that are like the average player, right? If it's like content creators and pros, that's more of the upper echelons, right? But both of them have had significant changes. Both of them have had significant changes. It's dive players and content creators. I've seen this war that's happening between the dive players and like the other roles, and I think they're both just absolutely out of line. I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm so sick of seeing every season all these characters are dead and they're all screwed and they're all gone, and then they're not. They're fine.
Yep.
Then they're fine.
Like, people thought after the range nerf in Overwatch of Widow, where she couldn't one-shot people across, I think it was 70 or 80 meters or some shit. She was dead. No, she was just as good. You just needed to position differently. You couldn't just stand in the backline and have free shooting time. You actually need to think about your positioning a little more aggressive. Because within 70 meters, you're very killable by a Reinhardt. For example, like a Reinhardt loser just runs at you, you're not outrunning them, even with a grapple hook, unless you go on high ground, where they cannot reach you. So you need to think about positioning, of course, which not a lot of people can. Not a lot of people understand high ground is not always good. It's good most of the time, not always. They don't understand why you take the high ground. Yeah, it's an endless fight between players who are good and understand, hey, this nerf is negligible. It really doesn't change anything. She's still really good. A little bit worse, but still really good. And then the other players who are not that good do not understand how the balance changes actually work out, because they're newer, they're just worse, they have just played as long, whatever.
Actually did get decapitated. Black Cat actually did get decapitated. That's the first one in a long time that actually died from big changes, though. We had to literally shoot Torch in the head 6 times to kill him. We literally had to shoot Torch in that. We had to dump multiple gallons of water on his head to take him down. You know what I mean? Like, we're currently doing the same thing to Daredevil, and he refuses to die. He's gotten shotgun blasted at point blank 12 times, but yet everyone says he's dead, and he's good the next season. Same thing happens on the other side, right? Let's go with Phoenix. Phoenix has gotten multiple nerfs, but guess what? She's still insane. Then they buffed her out of nowhere, and now she's just broken again. But like,
yep,
it happens every season. So balance is subjective.
Because people complain, nerf, until they nerf them to a point where they are shit in lower ranks. However, they are still fine in higher ranks, because they just require more skill to play. However, their potential is still there. And they buff them again, and they're fucking busted in higher ranks then. This happened with so many characters. I think... I actually need to think. One example is probably Cast in Overwatch. I think that's a decent example for that.
And I also think that, like, can I ask, like, the question?
Cast is never good in low ranks because people do not know how to aim. I would say he becomes decent in around plat. He becomes pretty good in Diamond and Masters until high GM. He becomes very good. And Champion is, in certain maps at least, a must pick. If you actually want to compete, of course.
To what Samju's point was, right? And again, this is my guy right here, so I'm not trying to go after him, and like Boger agreed with it too. I just have to ask, do we think they're not focusing on balance every season already? Realistically, do we not think that they're already doing that? Like they have a balanced team. So the team, there's a team on the game that's dedicated to balance, right? There's a team that's dedicated to hero design, a team that's going to be designed to like the base game, like the engineering team for like how the game runs.
That's actually not quite how this works. They probably do not have enough staff to just run them independently. They probably rotate people around. It's my guess. They probably have core members, like 50% of the team are core members who actually only do that shit. And then people just running around and doing shit. Except like you need to put a thing in the art department, in the programming department, and in the, I call it thinking department. Like the people who think, make the changes. Let's say nerf Starlord's damage per bullet by 0.1, whatever. Then it goes to the programmers team, who then implement it. The art team is out there, they really don't need to do anything except whenever there is a new skin on the line. Like the thinking department does the outlines, we want the skin to look like this, then it goes to the art department creates a first thing, then the thinking department approves that skin, or nice and whatever. Then it goes to the art department again, who actually make the model. Then it goes to the programming department, who puts the model into the game. That's usually how that shit works. And they have like a loose number of people running around from within those sectors, go to from department to department, within those sectors of course, who just help out where they can. Because this is a cost-saving measure, they do realistically not need to fill out every slot because it's not needed. They don't make 24/7 new characters. That's not happening. They don't do balance shit 24/7. They don't create maps 24/7. They allocate resources to things that where resources are needed.
Design teams for heroes, skins, maps, all that stuff. They all have their own teams. What makes you think if they focused on it for a season and just stopped the other departments, all of a sudden it would be magically fixed?
Nope.
I don't think so. So it's like people say that they either need to do it harder or fire the entire balance team. Do you guys know?
But that shit came out 22 hours ago. There's already a reaction. I can't.
Fast NetEase works. That's what I mean by.
Yes, NetEase works crazy fast. It's honestly impressive. They are on the level as, for example, gacha companies, Hoyoverse, Curve Games, whatever, with how fast they're working. I'm not sure what it is. It's probably Chinese work ethic. They just pump stuff constantly out at the rate that Western studios just cannot compete, like at all. For example, in gacha games, we get every 6 weeks a major update, and every year a very big update. That's just crazy. For example, I think the fastest working studio in the Western Hemisphere, like geographically, but talking wise, is probably Granny Gear Games, who has a major league every. Let me think. Like, they have 2 games, Perfect Sun 1, Perfect Sun 2. They have a major league every. I think it's 2. No. Yes, it's every 2 months they have a major league for their game, which is crazy output actually. Like if you actually think about it, they release the Perfect Exile League. 2 months into the Perfect Exile League, they of course still make balance changes for and bug fixes for Perfect Exile after the league, and then reallocate the resources to Perfect Exile 2 to put out the league for Perfect Exile 2 2 months into the Perfect Exile 1 league, and then rotate the extra resources that they don't need anymore in Perfect Exile 2 into Perfect Exile 1 again to create another league. This is smart working. I just call it smart working, I don't know what it's called. It's flexible. You have 2 major advantages with that. 1, you do not need as many people hired, so you're massively saving money. 2, you're giving a, I would say, better work environment because you have different tasks every so often. It's not bland. Like, as a programmer, it gets pretty bland sometimes, probably. If you're just working on the same game for 2 years, 3 years. I cannot imagine how boring that would be. However, in, for example, Granny Gear Games or any gacha game studio, you're going from game to game to game every rotation, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. You see new perspective, learn new things, work on a new game, get a new passion, whatever. Of course, it comes with downsides like more stress because you have to work in one game and also work in the other game, and you are on a tight schedule. That's the downside. However, if you can manage that schedule, it's a wonderful time.
Don't know how good it is. We have it here. Do you know that NetEase works way more hours than most Western companies? To say the
Yes. I think the average in Western companies is like 8 or 9 hours probably. NetEase is probably at like 12. I'm not even joking. The Chinese game studios work crazy hard. I think the best example is Moving Waves. If anyone was there in launch, they had the lights on in the studios for multiple days in a row without pause because bug fixes. The launch, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good, so they fixed a lot of bugs. And you could actually see it on the devs how tired they were after they fixed everything, and they had a well-deserved rest after that. It's actually crazy how much they work.
Go harder or go faster, they probably don't even see their family some days. They probably sleep in the office. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. It's a hyperbolic statement, of course. Some people certainly do, but most of them, most of these companies have company living quarters. So that, like, not for all of them, but for some members who have like a lot of work, they can just register in company living quarters and sleep there for the night. Then return for work, which is actually a pretty good thing. Like if you have a lot of work.
So it's like they're already crunching. You're basically asking for like literally work camp level laborers because you're not happy with your balance now.
They already are. The reason why all of the major games today who are majorly successful come from the Asian space. Because working conditions are horrendous there most of the time, not always. And they get underpaid as fuck for what they actually do compared to the Western thing. Like, if you look at Japanese working condition, it's horrendous compared to here. Like, you are expected to live for your job and get paid scraps compared to here. It's actually crazy.
Numbers. Do you see how that's like kind of insane? It just feels kind of insane to like say, and then it's like, well, then you should have no job, and it's like, isn't that kind of like legitimately nuts? And then that's why they should not release a hero. Adding a hero adds a big toll to the team. But it
Yes. However, they need to release new heroes. These games live by the casual audience and returning players, new players, whatever. And if they do not release hero, you get a new Overwatch 1 situation where the game is just dying without any signs of stopping. Because there's nothing new exciting, no new maps, no new heroes, whatever. As well as a stagnant hero roster. Like, after a few years, people are just burned out. It's just all the same heroes. And people really want something new. It's the fact that new heroes are the biggest selling points of these games. Without a doubt.
but those are different teams. With all due respect, they chose that work schedule. Oh, buddy, you...
Not really. They have goals that they need to reach. Because of marketing, whatever. For example, this happens very often. Marketing puts out a campaign. 2 new heroes every 5 months, for example. Or 2 new heroes every 6 months. And then, because it's a public promise, for the company image, the programmers who actually do the work need to put in extra effort to make this a reality. Even if it costs an absurd amount of time, they need to do it. Otherwise, they will take a major reputational blow, like what happened with Blizzard. They gambled everything on their PvE, big fucking announcement from marketing, and the programming authority knew from second fucking one, this shit is not possible. As well, it doesn't help that Bobby fucking scrapped everything multiple times because he didn't like it. This didn't help as well. It's a constant fight between the employees, marketing, and the corporate, like the actual heads of the company, who they're saying is the rule, I guess.
We don't. The culture difference is not slap it. No, first off, this is not America. It's not.
Yes, or also culture difference. Chinese or Japanese work ethic. I would even say Asian work ethic is way different than our work ethic. Our work ethic is 8 hours a day, sometimes overtime, only with overpay, or I'm not working. Their work ethic is I'm living for my goddamn job. Overtime pay or not, I'm living for my job. They are conditioned this way by media, whatever.
Europe. First off, you have to have dedication to your company in a lot of Asian countries.
Yes.
Like Japan, it's actually way worse. Is a good example. Japan, you don't.
In China, it's the worst, without a doubt. Chinese work ethic is the most brutal there. They have insanely high expectations for everyone.
You literally can't change jobs. Like you.
Yes, you can change jobs, however, you are conditioned not to. The reason being is they want, like I said, they want you to live for a job, and most of the time the companies don't even fire you. For example, the companies in Japan who market with their never fired an employee. That's not actually true most of the time. They bully their employees that they do not need anymore, do not want anymore, by giving them zero work, by just not giving them work. And the conditioned Japanese minds cannot fucking live with that, being unproductive 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, and they then decide to quit. So, what happens then is they do not get severance pay, one, probably. I'm not sure what the levels are. Two, the company can claim 0 fired employees, which sounds really good on paper. And the third one is your reputation is then damaged. They can bully you out of your workspace, like the entire market, because everyone has fucking connections. Yeah. Very brutal there. In China, it's Japan but on crack. Everything that Japan has, China has it on Mark fucking 10. It's actually crazy there. However, the Chinese programmers, artists, and whatever, they are also majorly better than anything we have here in Western. The only one who can compete are actually the Japanese. However, even they lose out on especially productivity.
Legitimately can't. You will get shamed for leaving your job, and they pay you legitimately pennies.
Yes.
There's a reason why if you go to Japan as an American and you bring your dollar, you can buy so much. You could live like a king.
No, that's not true. Well, I would say it's not true because Japan is actually quite expensive, especially as a foreigner. You would need to have the Japanese mind of spending as little money as possible on groceries, for example. Then you actually are good. Like, what is $1 to yen? It's 160 yen. That's not much. Not much. Like, for example, 16k yen. 60k yen is actually quite a lot. We can look at the monthly wage. Japan. It's 350 to 400,000 yen. 2.2 to 2.5 US dollars, which is the average. It's not the median. Median 300k to 330k. It's actually lower. Yes, this sounds like a lot. It's not actually. So the income is not insanely low, however, not high either. US standards, it's pretty low. Like, we can compare to US standards. US median is 5,200, which is over double than the Japan median, which is just diabolical at the very least. They actually work harder for half as much money, not even, like 40%.
Same thing in like Vietnam and whatnot. The dollar goes insanely hard.
Yes.
Our currency is valued much higher. But you have to think about something for a second. The people who live there have to live at, like, they're paying the same amount that they would normally pay, right? So their salary probably reflects local currencies. The same thing is over there, though. They've made an insane amount of money, though. It's not like they're a small indie company. They throw away 150k like it's nothing. If it's one thing, it's a small crew, and 10, but it's a massive company. So I'm going to ask you another question. You think by adding more voices to the conversation, it becomes a better balanced team? Like, let's think logically for half a second. So if let's have
a good balanced team is a few people, maybe 5 to 10, a small team of people who one, are good at the game, 2, understand game mechanics to its core, and 3, have the actual capacity to have constructive criticism of every aspect of every hero. These 3 are needed to have a diabolically good balancing team. Because a dev who can barely play the game will not understand why a certain hero is this good in, for example, in this call. They will not understand that.
Of 10 people. How hard is it to get a room of 10 people to agree on something? Pretty difficult. Now,
yes. It's not that difficult to agree on certain topics that are general. It is, however, incredibly hard on a certain topic about multiple things. Like, for example, what are the worst heroes in the game? The 5 worst heroes. You will never get an entire room of 10 people to agree that the same 5 heroes. This will never happen.
I'll make it 100.
Metaphorically, never happen, but like realistically, of course you can somehow do it, probably.
Now you have to split them up into small teams, and you make them have upper, lower, and middle managements of those teams. And then they have to communicate with each other. How are you going to make them all communicate with each other? Have you guys worked in a big company before? Have you guys like worked corporate? The bigger a company is, the slower it moves, the harder it is to get anything done. So a lot of the times, the reason why they're probably working as great as they are is it's probably small teams that work themselves to the bone and work extra hours.
Yes, they work extra hours, but that's not the main reason. The main reason is because they cut corporate wherever it's needed. They have a group of people and a team leader, and all teams report to 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 per people. And those 3 people go directly to the CEO or whatever the second highest instance is, for example. They cut the middle management and upper management part completely out and go directly to the 3 highest structural beings in a company, which saves them major time and money. Like in a usual Western company, if you need to have something done, you go to your team leader goes to your manager goes to middle management, your middle management goes to the upper management goes to the whatever is after that, and then whatever is after that, if needed, goes then to the what's it called, like the upper echelon of a company, the upper echelon then with the CEO goes into the board, and then the board decides. NetEase cut everything out and goes directly from person to team lead to upper echelon to CEO, and the CEO then the board, which saves 2 to 3 steps, as well as the board mostly contains of only a few people instead of many. For example, NetEase is probably majorly owned by, I can actually chat that, NetEase ownership share. A little bit of BlackRock. Yeah, they only hold a little bit, so they do not hold board seats, very likely. Institutional, public float. Yes, so these people are probably bored. Maybe some of them are on the board. I don't think so, honestly. I'm pretty sure they just cut out the board because of their major share. It's actually interesting how much she still holds. I thought it was lower than 20. But I guess he was smart with it.
To cover for that, so they can push stuff out faster and then have a little less bureaucracy.
Yes. However, we are right now done with this video. We will go back to because I've finished eating. It was quite delicious. My hands smell like cheese for some reason. Well, probably because I ate cheese normal. Now we will tackle the next thing on our list, which is, can I find it? Was it here? No. Was it? Where was it? Was it here? Yes, it was here. The gateway thing. The thing for gateway thing. Yeah. Okay, we will play. Lucy, Rebecca, Morne. She's heavy attack, right? Surely. I wish they had like a mode I can just click around and not actually play. I don't like the mode that they have with making the thing stronger. I think it's boring. I would rather play TD. I think TD would be better. Well, there is a third one coming. Maybe it's TD. Bomb. It's actually crazy to me how terrible corporate is. Like, working corporate is a pain in the ass in every fucking field. Like, people have no regard for human resources. And you go. Bye bye. Goodbye. Huh. Oh, heavy attack increase. Major attack increase. Ooh, yes. Oh yes. I like those. I like those. Oh, actually, I forgot to unmute this. It's actually cooler maybe now that I reopened with it in a different way.
面倒だわ。逃げる気？
システム引き継ぎ完了。権限確認。実行。限界プロトコルを有効化。構造を上書きします。挟み撃ちだ。これでも食らえ。パーティーの時間だ。
Yeah, party in Honda.
死ね死ね死ね。気を抜くなよ。
はっ。友達とシェアしたら？急がないと。
Hell yeah. Go feel struggle because combat is ass.
面倒だわ。遊んであげるわ。視界をオーバーライド。何が起きたか理解できた。ウイルス隙だらけね。データ削除。
Hey.
急がないと。仕入れの時間だ。悪くないわね。もう一息。薄っぺらいファイアウォールね。いけ。楽勝。リブート。はっ。システムパーティー。急がないと。はっ。面倒だわ。動かないで。
Okay, we are almost done. Only 5 more waves, I think. 6 more.
私に任せてくだ
And
さい。
5 more.
実行。構造を上書きします。さっさと捨てろ。
弱点を見つけたわ。旧式モデルか。急がないと。 友達とシェアした状況を飲み込めてないみたいね。哀れね。
いや指揮モード。ロックオン。分析完了。挟み撃ちだ。人暴れしてやるか。面倒なのが来たな。いっちゃかもって。システム同期完了。バックドア開放。急がないと。動かないで。おとなしくしてた。空中制御開始。はっ。権限確認。誘導確認。はっ。星々に問いましょう。構造を上書きします。挟み撃ちだ。ストッパレ。ミンチにしてやるよ。死ね死ね死ね。
面倒なのが来たな。
Including
人暴れしてやるか。そのくせさっさと失せろ。気を抜くなよ。システム同期完了。あげるわ。やるわね。いや、状況を飲み込めてないみたいね。哀れね。リブート。弱点を見つけたわ。はっ、隙だらけね。システムパーティー。よっ、オーバーライト。
double but locked. We'll take
急が
those.
ないと。面倒だわ。逃げる気に入った。挟み撃ちだ。挟み撃ちだ。ミンチにしてやるよ。死ね死ね死ね。ド派手な花火ぶち上げてやるよ。私の番ね。旧式モデルか。友達とシェア。視界をオーバーライト。何が起きたか理解できた。急がないと。
If we struggle, we are at 10.
式モード。はっ、分析完了。最大出力展開。構造をお渡しします。
そのくせ口を閉じな。パーティーの時間だ。死ね死ね死ね。一丁かもって。はっ、ジョガー。
We kill him.
人暴れしてやるか。
Okay, last stage.
人暴れしてやるか。面倒なのが来た。
Oh, it's second last stage. It's actually first stage.
空中制御開始。ロックオン。誘導。確認。限界プロトコルを有効化。ね、構造をお渡しします。
パーティーの時間だ。
Yep.
私の番ね。薄っぺらいファイアウォールね。楽勝。バックドア開放。あんたは私の管理下よ。逃がさない。ここからが本番よ。
システム引き継ぎ完了。はあ、ロックオン、私に任せてください。分析官最大出力展開。構造をお渡しします。
Oh, it's already done.
なのが来たな。
ード。実行。誘導。
I need to get my ult back.
分析完了。
Oh shit, I got grabbed.
空中制御開始。実行。星々に問いましょう。
And start to make a
構
short
造を
rotation.
お出しします。
Attack.
システム同期完了。視界オーバーライド。何が起きたか理解できた。リブート遅すぎるわ。データ削除。いやアイスごと叩き割ってあげる。逃がさない。友達とシェアしたら
引き継ぎ完了。力場を展開。こちらの方が見やすいですね。誘導。
A turn. Turn.
確
The
認。
attack.
最大出力展開。構造をお出しします。気を抜くなよ。ストッパレ。鉛玉のウルコ落ちたぜ。
That's. And they died. Leave now, collect our 6k points, and be up. Got one pull. Okay, we have temples for next character. I would like some more. I guess we get turn 30 until the end of the season by just dailies alone. I actually need to rebuy this one. Password instead. I mistyped. I do not need. Nope. Continue. They changed the PayPal thing on a fucking browser. Kinda confusing. Got another 30 days of this shit.
あまたの願い。
Okay.
さあ、マイルとしよう。
I wish they still had the weekly thing that gives you like a 10 pull for like, what was it? 10 bucks? Or was it 20 pulls? Or 50 pulls? I think it was 50 pulls. Okay, I think we're done. And we are also done with stream. At least for now. Maybe I will stream later, otherwise tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I hope everyone had fun. Thank you for any follows or anyone who watched, and bye bye.